Hi there. How's your money? We're back again with yours truly, Cryptoella. In today's video, we're going to talk about the event regarding Poly Network, who just got attacked by an anonymous hacker. Although it seemed crypto hacks were on the decline, just recently, the market bore witness to one of the largest ever attacks in the young history of decentralized finance, or DeFi. An unknown hacker was able to exploit a loophole in cross-chain protocol Poly Network's digital framework, thereby walking away with a cool $610 million from 3 separate blockchains. The Poly Network is a collaborative project helmed by Ontology, Neo and Switcheo. It seeks to foster a heterogeneous interoperability protocol alliance integrating blockchains into the larger cross-chain ecosystem. Thanks to its infrastructure, the protocol allows users to swap tokens across different blockchains seamlessly. Poly Network's core developer team has revealed that the attack resulted in roughly $273 million from Ethereum, $85 million in USD Coin from the Polygon network, and $253 million from the Binance Smart Chain being compromised. Furthermore, sizable amounts of RNBTC, Wrapped Bitcoin, and Wrapped Ether were also lost as part of the exploit. Anton Bukov, co-founder of DeFi aggregator 1inch Network, said that one of Poly Network's subsystems, designed to be capable of forwarding users' smart contract interactions among different blockchains, turned out to be faulty. He said, the hacker bridged fake transaction interactions on one chain to make the system contract on another, transferring ownership rights for the asset's vault to the hacker's public key. Poly Network's developers and auditors didn't notice the vulnerability, allowing for multiple arbitrary user calls via a smart contract that has many privileges. In a strange yet interesting turn of events, soon after the breach, the Poly Network hacker conducted an Ask Me Anything style of self-interview, using embedded messages in Ethereum transactions. When asked about why the Poly Network was chosen as a target, the hacker answered that they spent a good amount of time trying to identify vulnerabilities on the network to exploit. Not only that, the hacker claimed that the plan was never to keep the $610 million, but rather expose the vulnerability to the masses before Poly Network's developers could secretly fix the bug. The hacker also said that they would like to give Poly Network tips on how to secure their networks, so that they can be eligible to manage $1 billion project in the future. However, now the funds have all returned. Poly Network released a statement on Thursday announcing that all $610 million of the funds had been transferred to a multi-sig wallet that is under its purview along with the hacker. The only remaining tokens include $33 million worth of Tether, or USDT, which were frozen immediately following news of the attack. The Poly Network hacker started off by returning a significant portion of the stolen funds to the cross-chain DeFi protocol. From the very beginning, the attacker claimed to be willing to return the entirety of the stolen funds, a promise that was delivered this past Thursday, claiming that the intention was to teach Poly an expensive lesson about its security flaws. In a Tuesday update, the Poly Network team said, in a seeming attempt to gain access to the hacker's expertise, that it would be inviting them to the position of Chief Security Advisor. In addition, the project will be sending a $500,000 bounty for the attacker, whom Poly dubbed Mr. White Hat, despite the fact they have previously refused any payment. The Poly Network team said it was counting on more experts like Mr. White Hat to be involved in the future development of the project. Poly Network team stated that they believe that both the company and the hacker share the vision to build a secure and robust distributed system. It's a somewhat surprising turn for the individual responsible for the largest hack in decentralized finance, or DeFi, to be offered a reward and a presumably paid position at the company, which was the target of their attack. Tom Robinson, chief scientist at blockchain analytics firm Elliptic, thinks that the change of heart of the hacker might have been due to the fact that they found it extremely difficult to launder or cash out the stolen assets due to the transparency of the blockchain. Though the hacker's identity has yet to be made public, Chinese cybersecurity firm Slowmist posted an update shortly after news of the hack broke, saying its analysts had identified the attacker's email address, IP address, and device fingerprint. With the exception of thousands of users being temporarily unable to access their funds, the events of the last week seem to have had a net result of additional media attention over the Poly network. Data from Google shows interest in the DeFi project reached an all-time high on Wednesday, and is still well above what it had been since Poly launched last year. Regarding this event, it has come to our attention that DeFi hacks is truly on the rise. DeFi has become a key target for attacks. Since the start of the year until July, DeFi-related hacks totaled $361 million, an increase of nearly 3 times from all of 2020, according to cryptocurrency compliance company CipherTrace. DeFi-related fraud is also on the rise. In the first 7 months of the year, it accounted for 54% of total crypto fraud volume versus 3% for all of last year. Hopefully, this event will encourage a greater focus on security and auditing. DeFi enthusiasm is infectious, but it's important to remember that there is huge value at stake. The desire to move quickly can't trump security. So, in short, that is all the news regarding our beloved Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies today, straight away from yours truly, the Cryptoella. Before you leave, make sure you click the like button, share the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe so you may get notified on our latest videos. Have a great one, and bye.